our guests to take their seat and then we'll proceed. I'm going to ask Mr. Gregory McGinn, who is actually the pillar behind the dialogues so far. I want to thank him so much for standing firmly behind us. He saw it from the very beginning up until now. This is the fourth dialogue we're having. I want us to give a big applause to Gregory as he comes to take the stage. Thank you so much for standing with our people. We are proud of you. Please go up the stage. And then, I would like to also ask this hour to join us on stage, Miss Kim Benjamin. Now, Miss Kim Benjamin is from the Community, from the Security Department. She actually is working together with Gregory because this whole program is sponsored by the Community and the police. So together they are working to help us as Nigerians feel at home and to address our concerns. So Kim, she's new on the job as I'm told, but she's representing the Starsdale of Southeast for us today. An applause for her. Yeah, we need your help. We didn't get a step. We normally up high a step to this podium, but it was all sold out, so we didn't get it. So excuse us for that. Thank you so much. We have also here this evening a gentleman by name Peter. I don't know his full name, but I understand he lives in the neighborhood. He's also a part of a network for helping undocumented people. And so Peter, tell us your full name and then what you do.
My name is Peter Frieder. I'm a volunteer at Stadtverder. There are people around here who
probably know you.
Maybe they know me and they visit Stadtverder, and we always try to help people with whatever problems that they have.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Give an applause for Peter. Peter Frieder. Okay. Now, there is a special lady here tonight. She's here for the first time. She wanted to have an experience of the Nigerian vibe, you know. I hope she liked the food. But please, embarrass her with Nigerian love. Let her know we are just embarrass her with Nigerian love. Yeah. So Ruth Candice is her name. She works at the IND, that's the Dutch Immigration Service. And so she's here today. Help her. That's women are strong. They don't need help. So she works with the Nigerian, the Dutch Immigration Service, and she's here to dialogue with us to answer questions. So if you have any question bothering you, anything bothering you about immigration, she's the one to settle you tonight. So one more time, welcome, Ruth. Now, I would like to also acknowledge some very important people who are in our midst. Yeah, I have in our midst the incumbent chairman of the Igbo Union. Now, the Igbos are an ethnic group within Nigeria. Perhaps you've heard about them. They are also very entrepreneurial, very hardworking people. And so we happen to have the president of the union over here, and that's Chief Stanley Agu. Please rise up and let's give a big applause. Yes, thank you so much. And then we also have in the house tonight the former chairman, actually the predecessor of Chief Stanley, and that's the person of Chief Eddie Madoko. Yes, please rise up. Let's give a big applause for him. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, for the rest, I want you all to know that you are very special. I don't need to bother to mention your names, but you know you're welcome, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so thank you so much. I want you to enjoy tonight. So this is going to be the program for tonight. We're going to have a very short welcome message from my wife, the Archbishop Dr. Helen Rudolph, and then after that, we're going to have 2 short presentations. One from the police about the thing on the mining, and they want us to get to know what that is and how we also protect ourselves from undermining. It's a serious security issue. Next to that, we're going to have also a short presentation from the IND lady, Miss Ruth. And once she's done, we'll proceed straight into the Q&A part. So we'll get those 2 presentations out of the way, and then we'll have the questions. We'll bombard them with questions. All right? Okay. Now, I also first want to acknowledge our DJ, Mr. DJ Flex. Thank you so much. He's been consistent with us this 3 or 4 times. Thank you so much. And our photographer for today, Mr. Johnson, Nigerian Radio TV. Oh, look, our okay, our photographer is here. Welcome, our photographer. Yes. Yeah. And also, let me, of course, acknowledge our friend, my wife's younger brother, Pastor O'Meal. He's from Santo Domingo. Pastor O'Meal, welcome. Thank you tonight for being here. Okay. And please allow me also to appreciate the ladies who are catering for us at the back. Thank you so much for helping us. Yeah. Thank you. God bless you. All right. Okay, I think, fine. Let me invite the lady of the house, our own very Reverend, most Reverend Archbishop Dr. Helen Rudolph. Come and say hello to your people. They want to hear something from you. Shall we just go with an applause?
Thank you so much. It's a privilege to stand in the midst of great men and women of this pedigree. I want to appreciate the fact that tonight the First Lady, our First Sector, Reverend Tanya, agreed to be here, and she has been looking for a way to come. Sometimes her program shifts, and then we don't see her, and then we already have told you that she will be coming. And when you don't see her, you think, oh, why did she come? Then we begin to make some excuses. But I am so thrilled that this very particular dialogue, she has made it. So I am so grateful that she can defer everything she is doing to be here tonight. We don't take it for granted. Important personalities are all seated here. So all protocols being observed. I respect our friend, Mr. Greg. He is like a brother to the Nigerian community now. And he saw this vision, and he felt that something has to be done to our community. Because it's like, whenever they meet me in the Speak Council, I always talk about the minority group. And I feel that Nigerian belong to that minority ethnic group in Southeast. We are not equally represented. They'll be looking for a way to put us in front. But whenever they make advancement, it's like we don't come forward. We give every excuse to why we wouldn't be present. For instance, look, Mr. Craig came in with joy and gratitude, and he said to me, I brought voluntary people who must give your audience any explanation they want today for their needs. So those who want to speak privately, they can go to the car. They can enter the police car, and then they can have privacy with the police and speak their problems. And they park their car there. And then he said to me, they can bring it closer. I said, yeah. That was my mindset. But little did I know, when people began to see the car, they thought something is happening in the building with the police. Think about it. So, can you imagine that little gesture which would have answered their questions? That provision to answer them tonight they misinterpreted it, and then they passed over the building because they are thinking that something is wrong with the police here. So, and that is what we are looking for the way to break. We want to break that barrier between our people and the police and the community. Because police, they are friendly. The city council, they are friendly. Look at the first thing today, look at her in our midst. They want us to come close. When we come close, they will discover who we are. They will see how friendly we are. They will see the needs among us. And they will help us to develop. Because our first sister, in her heart of hearts, she wants all ethnicity to be carried alongside. She doesn't want people to be left behind. People must not be left behind. So anything that can make the ethnic groups that are minority to be left behind, they don't want it. So they are looking for representatives. Hello? People who can come out and they can speak boldly for their community. They are looking for people like that. That's what I'm standing for. So we use our radio Voice of Niger, that's the name I get it, to talk to the Nigerian community. Most of the time, she has message. She'll say, hey, can you pass it over to your people? It is through the radio Voice of Niger we pass through, or through our Majesty Business Television Network, which is an award-winning platform for Southeast. So, I'm a Nigerian minister, and also my humble husband. We minister to the community. We are looking for a way to improve the lives of people, not to hand them over to the police to do them evil. The police, they are good people, they are friendly people. Amsterdam municipality, they are good people, they are friendly people. So why don't we save our energy into that which is good and promote this which has come our way? Let us join our hands and promote the dialogue, because in promoting the dialogue, other good things will come out of it. So please, be here, be open-hearted, and promote the dialogue. Promise yourself that it is us, our own dialogue. Let's go and tell them what we feel. As a matter of fact, the project that is in Amsterdam now is looking for, they call it from the bottom to the top. Okay? That's a new project that is ongoing right now. They want people to speak out from the bottom to the top. No more from the top to the bottom, but from the bottom, the grassroots to the top. So if you do not speak out, how would they know your name? I hereby encourage us, fellow Nigerians, to put all differences aside and know that we are here, we belong here. This is our home. We belong here. We raise our children here. We marry here. We must cultivate the ground here. In the progress of this environment, we become progressive. So God bless you as you journey your way in Amsterdam Southeast, but be determined to make some contributions that will help this city to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Do I have people like that? Do I have people like that? Yes. Who want to contribute? Sure. I want to assure you, our first sector, you are looking at great men and women, because among Nigerians, we have people who are very, very industrious. They are very friendly, they are very hardworking, and all we need is just a little space, and we shall make a very tangible impact. So behold them with a very positive eye. Look at them not with suspicion, look at them with positive eye, and they will also value you as a mother God has given to us. God bless you.
We're doing well with the time, so I feel like giving some of the leaders in the house a chance to tell us a bit about the groups that they're leading, okay? I know we have the Igbo Union representative, also the Abia, is it, what do you call it? Is it Abia Union?
Yes.
It's called the Abia Union. Now, Abia Union is supposed to be a subset of the Igbo Union, but they are doing their own thing, and they are quite new. And so I want to give the chairman of each just 5 minutes. Just say a little, what am I going to say about your group, what you are aiming to achieve, and what impact you want to make in Southeast. Let this break.
All protocol aside. believing in the force system and the police and the immigration. My fellow Nigerians also believe in it. Well, I'm the chairman for the Igbo community here in Netherlands. And the Igbo community is a group of tribes in Nigeria. If you all know, we have so many tribes in Nigeria, but Igbos are one of the tribes, and we are very industrious and hardworking people. And we also peace-loving people as well. So the Igbo community here is unfortunate. Most of the Igbos that were supposed to be here, maybe the weather condition could be one of the factors. But I strongly believe that the few of us that are here can take the message home. And the Igbo community here is, most of us are here for a very long time. And I keep telling my people, as long as we are here, and most of us are Dutch nationality and residents here also, we should all do our very best to have an impact in the society and also integrate into the system, because some of us or most of us are lacking because most of them don't know their rights, and most of the time they find it difficult to associate or to go to the police and explain their problems. And it's as a result of not being integrated, because if you're integrated in the system, you should know that police is a friend to everybody. And before I know an incident of a young lady, but that was a long time ago, that she wanted to report a situation that she lost her wallet in Amsterdam Sport, and unfortunately they got her arrested, and that was maybe some years back, and because of not having a state permit, and it was an incident that scared so many of them away to come forward when there is a situation like that. But this incident was maybe long ago, but I think now there is a good improvement on that aspect. So also here to listen and maybe ask questions, so that when I go back to my community where I represent, I'll be able to pass the message to them, for them to know that this type of meeting is very important. And I assure you, maybe next time there will be a full house. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you said it by yourself, because I'm going to request that you use your office very well to let the people loosen up and patronize it. This is for us. So if we kill it, then we would have lost something big. So let's not kill it. Let's support it so it can go forward. Thank you so much, Chairman. Okay, let's have the Chairman of the Abia Union.
Protocol officer. My name is David Tonti. I'm also a football coach here. I'm the chairman of Abia Union. Abia is a state in southeast of Nigeria. And it's a state that has produced a lot of great people. The bishop is one of them. Yes. Ugozi Okoje-Iweala, the chairman of the World Bank, is one of them. Kanwa, one of the buyers, is also from the state. So we are very industrious people, hardworking, and we have a kind of a hero here where we try to educate our people about the happiness in the community in the Netherlands, and how we can bring everybody together to improve the community and be of use to the community. So that is what we do. Thank you.
An applause for him. I would like to invite Ms. Ruth Canis from the Ministry of Security and Justice, IND in particular, to give us some presentation. You have about 50 minutes for that. I had to help you with this microphone. Yes, there you go.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for inviting me. My name is Ruth Canis. I work for the IND, the Dutch Immigration Office, and I was asked to tell a bit about our work, what it is we do, what it is we do not do, and how you may come in contact with us. The IND decides on applications for residence permits. They could be for work, it could be for international students, it could be to be with your spouse or to have a residence permit with your parents. We also deal with the applications for asylum. This is what you see in the news a lot. And there's also different type of residence permits that are a bit less common. Sometimes people have a residence permit for a medical situation or for exchange purposes, or also there's all sorts of residence permits. We also deal with the applications for naturalization, which means obtaining the Dutch nationality. And as I've heard, some of you have obtained Dutch nationality, so you may remember what that was like, and your file was sent from the gemeente to the IND. So that's something we deal with as well. Sometimes we're a bit confused with what happens at embassies, where people sometimes apply for a tourist visa. And when that is rejected, sometimes people get angry with me when they meet me. But the people who work at the embassies, at the consulate and the consulates, they work for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and that's not the Immigration Office. So that's a different ministry, different people. So that's what the IND does, that's our work. But we also do a lot more, and it might be important and good to know that whenever people have questions about immigration matters, of course they can find a lot of information on our website, in Dutch and English, but we also have a customer number, so you are free to call us, and my colleagues speak Dutch and English, and then you could ask your questions there. And in case you think you would rather meet someone in person, that is also an option. So you can ask for an appointment at our office in Amsterdam. We all know that the IND has an office here in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Good, because not everybody knows.
Is it the one in
Yes.
It's
Next to station Leeuwarden. Yes, yes. So in case somebody would rather want to talk to someone in person, you could call us and ask for an appointment there, and then meet me or one of my colleagues and discuss your personal situation. People come with all sorts of questions, either how can I bring my wife to the Netherlands, or my daughter, or we're divorced now, what happens with my residence permit, I need to extend it, I don't know what to do, or I'm late extending it, or I'm no longer together with my partner, I need a different one, how can I go about that, or I want to obtain a Dutch nationality, for example. So all sorts of questions. Sometimes people come with stories about fraud, sometimes about domestic violence, all sorts of issues, and then we try to see if there's a solution, and if yes, how we can go about it. So that's very important work, I think, to do, and for everyone in the community to know. And just like the police, we also have a policy of free in, free out. So in case somebody is undocumented, you're still able to get an appointment and receive the information you want. And we will not call the foreign police, the aliens police, to inform them that you're here without legal residence. There's two exceptions to this rule. If you come and show us a passport that's fake, or somebody has tampered with the passport, then we need to call the police, because that's not allowed. So if that's your situation, don't come or don't bring this particular passport, because I have to call the police. The other situation would be that you've been declared an unwanted foreigner in the country, which means you're not allowed to be here anymore, and that usually has to do with criminal activities. So people are usually aware that that's their situation, and if that's your situation, and you're still in the country, and you come to our office, we have to call the police, because you're not allowed to be here. So those are the only two exceptions. If that's not your situation, free in, free out, because our information is not different for somebody who's documented or somebody who's undocumented. sometimes people are scared to come to the office, and I get that. Sometimes people come and say, well, I have some questions for my brother. And I think, well, I think it's for you, but it doesn't matter. If it makes you feel more safe, then it's fine. Or you bring a friend, you bring a pastor, you bring a neighbor. If that makes you feel more safe, then that's okay as well. So I think that's an important message to take home in case people have questions about their personal situation. This is the way to discuss it. I sometimes hear stories, rumors, or people get certain advice. Sometimes people pay a lot of money to certain lawyers with the promise, I'll fix it for you. And that's not the case. And that's really sad. If you think, or you're paying a lot of money for something that will never be successful. So I always tell people, first, talk to us, call us, or book an appointment, ask us. If we think there is a chance of success with your application, we will tell you so. If we think there's a small chance that it's going to be very difficult, we will tell you, find a lawyer to help you with this. But at least you'll get the proper information, and we'll tell you what could be done and what can't be done, so that you at least know where you stand.
I just want to ask you a question, because I know that in our community, the Amsterdam Southeast community, people have this image of END being this really unfriendly organization. And now I see you and you're talking so friendly, so I'm just asking, how come we have these two stories? Can you please explain?
Yes, very good question. Well, you might think, oh, she's the one exception. There's thousands of people working there, she's the only nice one. There are many like me. But I can imagine that that's our image, and it's sometimes based on real experiences in the past. Because things have changed in the last couple of years. It has been much harder to talk to us. We have been more strict in the past, or it was very difficult to talk to us. And also the laws in certain ways have been more strict in the past. For example, in the past, if you would forget to extend your residence permit and you're 1 day late, there would be a gap in your legal stay with enormous consequences. Because if then you want to ask for a permanent residence or the Dutch nationality, you would have to start all over again, building on time. That used to be the law. The people working for the AD have mentioned this over and over again, like these consequences are enormous for a small mistake. And then finally, this has changed. Now, if you're late, but no more than 4 weeks late, we will extend your residence permit, if nothing else has changed. You're still here, you're still living at the same address, etc. And you will not have this gap in your legal stay. And that's a big change. So it was very strict before. This has changed now. Also due to the kinderopvangtoeslagen affaire. I don't know if you've heard about this, the whole drama and horrible things that have happened. Everyone working for the government got a wake-up call. And they decided, well, this should never happen again, and we should not think that this can only happen at the Belastingdienst. So we should all become aware that the bureaucracy is very tough for people to deal with. Some people cannot find their way. They could have a lot of trouble. They might not understand how to go about it. They may be in a lot of stress and therefore maybe make mistakes or forget to take action. So we should also listen and provide more services for people who can't find their way through this bureaucracy. So also our attitude has changed. We are listening more. We are more approachable. So that is also a big change compared to before. But in the end, I must also admit our laws, our immigration laws, are strict. And this is on purpose. This is what politicians decided. It should be strict. So that the foundation of our immigration laws is nobody is allowed in unless we are obliged by international law, or whether when it's good for the Dutch economy. Those are officially exceptions to the norm. So that's the foundation of our migration law. So they are strict, which means that sometimes in the end, I will discuss with people what are my options, what are the criteria, and sometimes the conclusion is I totally understand what you want, and that you want to be here, but you will not get a residence permit because the laws are strict.
I need to interject. It's getting so interesting that I think we could sit all evening listening to you. But please, just hold it right there because we're coming back with lots of questions.
Did I finish my 15 minutes already? I'm not sure. I didn't.
No, you're going to catch up. You're going to have it. Listening to her, if I were in a difficult situation, in terms of like immigration, I'll be so comfortable and I'll be so self-assured that I will make an appointment to go there, to go fix my issue, to go discuss. Don't you feel good about this? It's so reassuring, it's so nice. Thank you so much. We'll come back. Please allow me to give our first chance to address us because I almost skipped. I'm sorry about that. Please go ahead and say hello to your people, and then after that I will proceed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Due to a difficult circumstance, my fellow colleague Simeon Blom, he had to step down from office, so that's why I only can stay here till 8:15. Then I have to do one of his, he had to be in another meeting, so I have to be in that meeting also. But I really wanted to be here, 2 reasons. The first reason is, of course, to meet this lovely lady from ENA. No, the first reason, meeting all of you, of course, and the second, ENA. And obviously, I think there is another quite important topic we will discuss tonight, and that is undermining criminality. It's a topic we don't discuss. We're afraid to discuss, even more afraid than talking about ENA and all these really strict laws. I do understand. I am a lawyer myself, so I studied law, and I did study all these things about ENA. So I'm really happy to see they have a friendly face now. I have a lot of questions also. I don't know, maybe I can ask them later. But I want to say one thing to you all, and that is that please, as the bishop already addressed, so very beautiful, that we do need to see you more, to see the people from Nigeria, the Nigerian community in Amsterdam Southeast. We need to see you more. We don't see you enough. And you know what it is? If we don't see you, we cannot connect. Because connection starts by seeing each other, eating together, drinking together, meeting together. And then all the things you so deserve, like a good education, a job, a permit to stay, all those things, they cannot happen if we don't know you. If we don't know you, we cannot connect with you. So that's why I wanted to be here, to make that connection, to reach out and tell you, like, I'm here, Gregory is here, Kim is here, even Ruth is here, and so let's make that connection together so we can serve each other, and through each other, we can serve our community. Because, Ruth, you cannot do anything about it, but I do want to address that I am feeling a little bit worried at this point, because we have, and she's not part of it, we now have a government, and we have an MP who's not really into multicultural society, to say it really politely. So we now know that, because even last week there was a big discussion, a debate, and where all of these politicians said, actually integration, well, it's just nothing. It's a failure. Multicultural society, we don't need it. Our brothers and sisters from a Muslim background, we don't need them. Let them be gone. So these are the kinds of debates which are now happening in the Tweede Kamer, which are happening in all these rooms where people are actually, they have to look out for us, but they don't. And then we can lose hope, but we don't. What we have to do is we have to connect. We have to stand up for each other. We have to have more of those meetings. We'll have debates, dialogues, so we ourselves can become that excellent. Because when we're excellent, nobody will have in their right minds to say, let's kick these people out. Because we're excellent, they need us. So what I really wanted to say is, please, leaders of the communities, go back to your people and tell them that they should really come to these meetings. And even not only those meetings, but the meetings we have in our, hoe zeg je stadsdeelkantoor in het Engels? Municipality office. Thank you so much, police officer. Just not only for catching the thieves, but also learning me some English words. Thank you so much. And so we have a lot of discussions and debates, and even I think it was you, or it was the Mrs. I don't know. One of you told me that you should have these discussions in English also. If we have things in the municipality office, we should have it in English. So now we bring in people who can translate. So if you want to come and you say, but I don't speak Dutch so well yet, please do come. We arrange for you to have translators. Because you do really need, you told me, right? You said to me that I needed to have English translation in there.
Yes.
So we're doing that now.
Wow.
So, yeah. And I want to make this point because, if you tell me something, then I can go and change it. But if I don't know, I will not do anything. So please talk to us. And so my deepest apologies that I will leave at 2015. But do know that, as we sit here, we do care. And I brought my lovely, lovely new colleague here. And she is like amazing. Yes. She's amazing. And what she will do is everything you tell, she will just, call me tomorrow morning and tell me, like, Tanya, this, that's this, we need to do this, we need to do that. So please let us be connected. Thank you so much for having me. And I've talked enough. So I stop.
Thank you for your lovely speech and assurance. I know you have to leave, but I just want to ask because we, the Nigerian leaders, of a lot of leaders, we have a lot of platforms that we actually have created to bring people together, to talk to people, just like what she's trying to do now, which we thank her for that.
Yeah.
But the issues we have always had is the right contact.
Yeah.
Like what you said, who do you talk to? Because sometimes you can come to the community and ask questions and you don't have the right person to talk to. And that is what has been lacking. It's not that the Nigerian community doesn't want to come, because I think he's aware when he goes around, he sees Nigerian community. Some people are playing football somewhere, some guys are hanging out somewhere, some people are getting together to do a lot of things in the community. There are a lot of other activities, but there's nobody that actually, you have to have somebody contact you. There are people, I work with different Surinamese of communities. They used to have some tournaments, football tournament, where they bring people together in the summer. Nigerian people have tried to do it, but the support is not there because they don't have the right person that can, like what you said, explain or interpret or stand up to say, oh, this is the community that is represented. So I don't know what the community wants to do that, but I think they are ready. We even have a group of friends. During the summer, we had some barbecue. I think we had almost 200 Nigerians there at the Belmont Park, and there was no representative. We are thinking about why don't we get the community or some people together. I think everyone is there. You used to see us all. His friends at the park in the evening. We had around. It's peaceful. We don't have any issues, but we are trying to do that so that we can also assure the people that you feel free to be in the community, because we have to have the base. There's no SAL. I know that Nigerian people can go to. Other communities have those opportunities, but we don't have the opportunity. So if you want to bring people here and they are looking at the police station, it's not a place they used to go before. If we had a place where Nigerians actually come to have coffee and relax and do their stuff, then it could have been easier to just walk in and have that confidence and assurance that, okay, they just want to talk to them. So everything looks like that should be, but she is doing her best to get people together, but you know, the people doesn't have the confidence, and you can't blame them because experiences, what has happened in the past. I think last time when we were here, we spoke about profiling in Nigeria by the police. We asked the police chief here, and those are the issues, because when you profile, then you have another outcome. When there's an incident, so they don't have that confidence. They already feel like, oh, this is what they're going to do, so why don't we stay away and on the ground do our thing, kind of, you know, get ourselves together without getting the Hemete involved. But I don't think it should be that way. It should be that it should be open, and there should be communication between us and the people. So we need to have somebody at the Hemete where the leaders can actually come to and sit and talk to, get that confidence, and then go back to the people and say, we have somebody that we can talk to. I think they even trust to go to step further to share all their worries down to even come to anybody that they can make it. And then it's like, also have to go via. So if we have somebody, or you have a department where we can actually have somebody who's responsible, where the leaders can come, sit down and express the people and go back to the people and say, okay, we can do this, we can do this, we can showcase ourselves, we can showcase our culture, we can. Nigeria owns a lot of businesses here, but Kosovo, Ukraine, everywhere they have businesses, right? But there's no link.
I think the key of your questions is you need a network. You need a network. And actually, I think that what we can do is this Monday, Kim and I, we are in a team together, and we have this meeting, it's called staff meeting, and I think that this would be a topic for us to discuss in our staff meeting, so that we can say, okay, what can we do to provide you with a contact person, not via, but just that, you know, this is the person we have to, you know, see, and even now I'm just thinking that we're doing a lot of things, giving information, even for you, what you are saying, like, I don't know where I have to go when I need this or that. We have a lot of meetings, but we don't invite you because we don't have that contact yet. We don't have it yet. So so I really like it that you're addressing this, but then, because now we know. Now we cannot say we don't know. We don't know that, because now we know you.
Greg wants to add something. I also want to answer part of the question, because the way we now have to us is to Larry and Helen, because they are the straight contact to Tanya, to Kim, to sort of use them as the gateway to contact us. And when we have a meeting, then we can discuss about what is happening. But your first gateway is Larry and Helen, because we sit with them more over than I think about 8 times a year, and we discuss all the issues from the community. So they are gathering all the information and they are bringing it to us. And when there is the feeling that you want to talk with all the community leaders together with Tanya, with me, or with the chief of the police, then we can arrange it. But your fastest contact now is through Larry and Helen. Thank you so much.
Before that, we are very grateful that today you are present. If we can, and you and the IND woman. That's whatever we are emphasizing since we are here. We're asking our brother, Greg, what of you people? Because it will mean a lot to us. This is not how we are. If we ask him, he will tell us we are more. But today I don't know what is the problem. But we promise next time it will not be like this. So my question to you is that, or sometimes I've asked Greg about that, as the first sitter, why is it that some of our shops, when you close so long, and if some people start paying for that, instead of cutting or giving them bill and let them start what they are doing. And secondly, recently people, where there's some place you have to have entertainment, sometimes instead of making it to 2 o'clock, people cut it to 12 o'clock. What is the reason? Because that is affecting us because we don't have any place we can say this is where we can go and exercise our dance or just forget some of our sorrows. Because sitting at one place at times is not good. At times you need to go out and interact with your people to know what is happening. That's what I want to ask you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Teresa. I'm a big of people in your but I'm going to speak today, but sorry to not feel other way. You know, I know how I'm happy to see the IND and the Infosita because they've been coming here for a long time, but do not come. Before I used to be full of people, right? Yeah. But today, they may say maybe you're not going to come, but nobody was going to see both of you today. You know, I have been here for almost a long time, 20-something years, and I know how I find it hard to get my documents in this country. So I always say these things anywhere I go, and you know, we amaze me. And I know how hard it is to see my fellow Nigerians or Ghanaians, who don't want to see them, some sleeping in the streets, some doesn't have paper, some with children or things. I find it hard in my heart to see them suffering. Some are here for almost 20 years, 25 years, that they are illegal. We are all human beings. So I'm pleading to the IND and our foster in this South Coast to help us to look into that situation. Because we are all human beings. It's not easy to to stay without a paper. It's not that easy. We are human beings. So why can't they give them chance? Like some who are here, like some here, like say, yeah, some are 10 years here, 5 years here to bring the proof to legalize them than staying illegal. Please, that's always my goal to achieve in this country because I was once a victim. Please, I am begging you. Please.
So yeah, I do have to. You know, this is a difficult question you asked me because then this again, it's about the law, it's about rules, and it's about when our mayor. So these are things I don't do, but the mayor says this should be closed or not. It's her call, and she doesn't do that because she doesn't like you or anything, but she does this because of the law and all the rules. So I heard that you said that this time the meeting is, there are not so many people, but the next meeting there will be more people. I will come back to that question then in the next meeting because I will ask one of our colleagues who can explain how this works. Because then I think that's better because I will just have like a little part of the answer. But I think I can ask somebody from VTH. Yeah. Leila. Yeah. Well, we have people. We have people who are really well informed. So we'll be with you with those people then. Yeah. And for the question on the documents, I will ask the lady from E&A.
Okay.
Yes, this is a very hard question that I've heard very often, and I totally understand you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so the men came to pick me up. But so I will be with you again, and then longer. I hope if I have another colleague who.
Yeah, because now we have we work with 2 for 3. Faista and Iman. And did you say that reason?